Yo, what is up guys, welcome back, I'm Sunzu and we're back for day 2 of the Asian Games Sport 2026 on our King Group stage. If you haven't watched the day 1 breakdown, go check that out. So today we've got 5 more matches and honestly day 2 is more exciting. We've got a surprise performance and of course Mongolia still do whatever Mongolia is doing, so let's get into it. First match we have Korea versus Singapore. In the first game Korea just completely dismantled Singapore. Singapore couldn't do anything, it wasn't even close, so we're skipping that one. Second game is where it gets interesting. By the draft, it's normal here, but the one thing that stands out is Korea picking Baron in the jungle. Baron is a class laner, that's his whole identity. You almost never see him in jungle, especially at this level. So I think Korea just treating Singapore as a practice dummy and run the experience, see what happens, save the real stuff when it actually matters. Because when Korea faces a team on their own level, they're not running Baron jungle. But honestly, Korea always been creative in mobile. They're even around Aino jungle before. This guy just loves to cook. Okay, so let's see the gameplay. In the early game, the gold was actually pretty close. Both teams were running decent gold sharing, which is a good sign for Singapore. But before the Tyrant even spawned, Dune keep eating burst skill from Angela. And this was skill he could have just dodged, but he didn't, and eventually had to recall, and that gave Korea Tyrant for free. That recall set the tone, because Singapore jungle and class lane are both tank, so the rotation speed is naturally slow. Korea with that and just keep pressing the farmland, eating tower after tower without Singapore being able to respond fast enough. So in the around 6 minutes, we've got our first team fight. This is where Korea positioning problems show up. Angela and Mozi are just walking through the river, out in the open. Don't spot them, and probably figure he can catch Angela before backup arrives. Immediately ultimate, jumps in, stun her. Singapore followed in with the follow-up damage. This is a 3v5 situation and Singapore pull off a 3-4-2 trade. Guanyu was still pushing wave, while Renji was nearby but arrived too late. So Korea lose their mid laner, jungle and farmland, while Singapore lose farm and farmland. The fix is simple, Angela should have just rotated through the backside of the tower, not through the river. And then around the 7 minutes and a half, Angela does almost the exact same thing but in the different spot, close to the enemy. Team pay for it and 3-4-0 trade goes to Singapore. Korea, I don't know if you are underestimating this match or what, but the positioning needs to be cleaned up when it matters. You cannot afford that against a real opponent. Around the 10 minutes, we have the Tyrant team fight. Once all 5 Korea members were in position, they made a decision. Let's go off the Tyrant and focus on the team fight. Because Atta went in first to buy time for too long, absorbing pressure while the team was still far away. By the time full fight started, his HP was already at half. Korea started chain CC one after another. No overlap in timing, clean execution. Singapore from laner, roam and mid were running resistant boosts. So against a team with Angela and Mozi, that's gotta be painful. If you get stunned by Mozi and you're just standing there waiting for the duration to end, cannot fight back, cannot move. If you're facing Mozi, buy versus boot, doesn't matter if you're a damage dealer. The survivability is worth more than the damage you think you're losing. So Korea wins the fight and even takes the Tyrant. At the 11 minutes and a half, Dude just defending the tower. His teammates are nearby, so it should be fine, right? Korea hits him with a Renji ult, Angela second skill and Baron second skill. Dune is dead in under 2 seconds. Didn't even get to press his ultimate. And then, about a minute later, same story. Dune gets knocked up by the overload objective. Angela stun him, follow up with ultimate. Dune ultimate can make him CC immune, but he gets stunned before he could have even used it. Just pure reflex situation. So with Dune gone like that, Singapore backline has no protection. Atta what was left for the frontline, but he was getting kited by Mozi. The backline was completely exposed. 4 Singapore player wiped. Only Atta survived. Game over at the 13 minute and a half. One standout from Singapore, their farm laner, played well throughout, and it makes sense. He's a veteran player who's competed in AKL and KICU team with Team Fresh Saka. Singapore gameplay lean heavily on him, so honestly that showed. In the second match, we have United Arab Emirates against Myanmar. Heading into this one, Myanmar had a reputation as strong team, and UE, I generally didn't know what to expect, so let's see. For the draft, both teams just came in a normal draft. Every hero had a clear purpose, no weird experiments here. So let's see the gameplay. In the early game, we have both jungle started from mid, and then rotated to the bot side. Standard enough, but Ukyo cleared the camp without finishing all the creeps. He may be planning to speed up the tempo, even with the cost of some gold. Then Myanmar went for an early ambush on Alain. The read was good. Alain picked execute instead of flash, so his escape options were limited. Alain survived with 1 HP. The plan was correct, it's good. Just a slight damage miscalculation. Fatih assumed Alain was dead and didn't chase him with flash for the last hit. Without a kill, Alain still lose a full wave of research just for surviving, so it wasn't entirely wasted, but the kill would have been massive. From here, the game continued quietly until Tyrant. By the 4th minute, Myanmar was already up to K gold, even with the kill score still at 0-0, which tells you everything about how far ahead their farming and tempo already was. And UE keeps showing the problem that never really went away, not using the teleport, misclicking skill. The gold gap just kept growing, and UE was locked into a poor defense mode, and they just couldn't find a way out. Game ended around 8 minutes and a half. You need to go back to the basic gold sharing routes, skill discipline, deliberate, button pressed. It looks like the button were being pressed just to press something. On the third match, we have Philippines versus Mongolia. In the first game, Philippines show up with a full tower breaking draft, pure demolition mode. The gameplay was to end this as fast as possible. And the second game, they end at 6 minutes and 49 seconds. Mongolia is still saving their strat, probably. We've just seen nothing from them across 2 days now. At this point, I'm just waiting for the day they're actually trying. Because either they're genuinely hiding something or they're nothing to hide. We'll find out later. In the fourth match, we have India versus Kazakhstan. This one is worth talking about properly. Both teams draft with a clear gameplay. India picked Liu Bang plus Assassin, and that tells you exactly what India win condition wants. And this game as fast as possible. Liu Bang is a tempo pick. He dominates early game and mid game, but the longer the game goes, the harder it gets because Kazakhstan roster was built around late game tanks and fighters. India had to close this game before they scale up. India made a couple of familiar mistakes early. One creep left behind in the jungle again, probably already playing, and Yuan stayed bot lane in a bit too long, missing some mid lane minions, small thing but habits carry over. But after that, India looks like a completely different team from day one. More coordinated, skill actually landing, and their jungle, in particular Ainul on Hansin, was playing at a noticeably higher level. And quick fun fact about Ainul. This guy played two completely different roles depending on the draft. If India needs an assassin, he's in the jungle. If India using a easier jungle, he moved to the farmland. Basically, whatever India needs, Ainul is the answer. Ainul is the carry. He is the one that's holding the team together. Kazakhstan took Tyrant because India wasn't ready to contest. Fine, but then Ainul stole Kazakhstan red buff. That's not a luck, that's macro read. Where the jungler is, he know where the buff is unguarded, he take it, and that kind of decision making was missing from India in day one. Around the 6th minute, first team fight happened. India find themselves in 4v2 situation which should be straightforward. Liu Bang teleport to Erin and buying time, absorbing pressure while Yuan rotates in. Zhang Fei meanwhile is tanking tower damage too much and dies. Kazakhstan forced to retreat. Not a clean fight, but Liu Bang teleport save was exactly the kind of play that makes him valuable. From here, this section is basically become an Ainul highlight reels. Split pushing at the right time, invading when the window was open, macro decision you'd expect from a veteran player. He even stole a Tyrant around a 10-minute mark. Walked in, secure it before Kazakhstan could react. Did he make mistakes? Yes, at one point he went after Heino when there were a better target available. But the overall gameplay sense, wave management, item decision, genuinely impressive. Here's where it gets interesting though. As the game dragged on, Kazakhstan starting building defense item, and suddenly Ainul couldn't one-shot anyone anymore. The assassin gameplay, and this is exactly the moment where India need their other player to step up and carry the weight, but they cannot. Kazakhstan took the control and closed out the game. The game went 25 minutes and the longest match in this tournament so far. Kazakhstan took the win. And India lesson here, build a team that can win even when Ainul is neutralized. Right now he is doing everything, and the moment the enemy figure it out and items against him, India run out of answer. In the first match, we have Uzbekistan against Indonesia. Uzbekistan draft is fine, the gameplay was clear, the hero made sense together, but the experience is experience. You can have the right draft and still lose badly when the gap execution is this big. Both games ended fast and Indonesia didn't break a sweat. So that's your full day 2 breakdown. The big story today was Ainul from India. You are so cool. Even in losing game, that guy was the reason it went 25 minutes. Remember that name, and India, please build a team around him properly. Drop a comment. Do you think Mongolia is actually hiding something, or they just not that good? 2 days in and we still have no idea, so let me know what you think, and like this video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the day 3. Sun Tzu out.